Pack runs have been around since 2018, and one of the main things that makes people do them are the fun sets that exist within the runs themselves. Today we're going to be looking at all the different sets that ever came out, just giving you a complete guide on how to look for and collect these sets. Hope you all enjoy. I have been collecting these sets since January. January is when they updated the pack run sets again to be the recolored original sets. Originally they were in 5 colors, except the Fireflies, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. A few years afterward, because the sets were getting a little dull, they refreshed the sets and made them all brand new. And a few years passed after that, and they refreshed the sets again, and now they're recolored originals of the original sets, which is pretty cool. There are a lot of pack rat items now. Like, there's over 1,000 or close to that now. It's a lot of items that you gotta collect if you're interested in it. This is a guide, so you don't have to watch the whole thing if you don't need to. I will be adding timestamps into the description so you can skip around and find the month that you need to find the items. And I also want to just thank, before any of this starts, Stranger Phoenix 011AJ on Instagram, as well as fullmoonbunny and the Animal Jam Wiki for helping me research this project. And without further ado, let's go look at the first month of these sets. So pack runs came out in April 2018, and the first set type was the Firefly set, and these only came in 4 colors originally. Once the Fireflies came back the next year, they added onto it a 5th color, which is the hot pink. If you were playing the first month of pack runs like I was, I think that was the main thing that got me to get membership, actually. The whole thing about having 5 sets was not established, and remember, at that point there were only 25 people in the pack anyway, so bonuses didn't really work either. It wasn't until like the second year, I would say, that most of these Firefly sets got found. After Fireflies, Beetles were introduced, and there are 2 different beetle set types. One is just a general beetle looking set with little beetle effects. It is pretty cool. And then the second remade one is like Scarab beetles, which is a whole different type of beetle, but it's also pretty cool. And a lot of these items actually come in pretty cool colors. I know people aren't all too amazed and crazy about the more modern sets that they came out with, like the Scarab beetle set here. I have started to grow on them. After Beetles came Ladybugs. And the Ladybug sets are pretty straightforward. One thing that's very popular in this set is wings, and these sets I personally pack ran for, so I have all of them, which is great. The Ladybug, I'm calling the refreshed set the Ladybug Summer set because it doesn't really have a different name, but that one has all the different items that are more similar to wearing like a sundress or something, or a parasol. It's pretty cool. After Ladybugs came Fiddler Crabs. And these Fiddler Crab items, I feel, are one of the most popular sets that exist for these pack runs. And, I mean, I really like them a lot as well. The tail is very nice, and I also like the claw because it makes your animal look buff. Like, the Komodo dragon with the crab claw just looks very cool. There are also just general crab set when they refreshed all the sets, and this set comes with like different crab items. Like there's a crab headband, and my favorite part from that set is the hermit crab feet, which are pretty cute. After crabs came seashells, and seashells are the first weird option that we have to talk about. So the seashell set originally came in 5 different colors, but when they, like a year later, they decided to update the color schemes for this set and made some of the secondary colors in the set change. For example, the final set for the original seashells was white, which is really nice. I use those white clam gauntlets all the time, but then they refreshed it to be lighter orange. Those white clam gauntlets weren't available as long as other sets, for example. After seashells came the crops and the Scarecrow sets. These Scarecrow sets are pretty cool. I do like the tail quite a lot. It's pretty fun. But then we have the too many stuff. It's just like too much corn, too many apples, all those items. And they're kind of odd because I don't know, that it doesn't really look like an armor set. One item would work well on its own, but as a whole set it's kind of off-putting. One thing that came from the too many sets were the first year that it was released. They had full black Too Many Pumpkins as a glitch. This was removed the second year that they were released, so these might be technically a little bit rarer than the rest of the set, but that's probably not that much rarer. After crops, we have Flaming Pumpkins. This is most definitely the most overrated and loved set, and I love it as well. I hope I get a full black jack-o'-lantern set one day. The full black jack-o'-lantern set was originally released with the 2018 set, and it was also available 2019 as well. But once 2020 hit, they changed the full black to a gray and black. So they did change it, and I mean, it came with like more cool colors. Like there's more cool gauntlets now and stuff, but I would love the full black set. I will eventually get it, I think, hopefully. Acorns are the squirrels, and this set is a little weird. First off, I have them all in my museum here at Soxon's Den. If you would like to see this museum that I have here, my spare Soxon is the one you should go to. Anyway, here we have all the different squirrel toys and the trophy that you could look at. So the first 3 years before any of the other sets were refreshed, they had this same color for all the pet toys. They came in the same brownish, and they had the golden squirrel statue for here. After they refreshed, they moved these colors here, and this is the order in which they are rare, I believe. I'm not fully sure about this because the wiki didn't have conflicting information, so this might not be completely true, but from what I was looking for these items, it seemed like black was worth the most, so I believe it's probably rarest. We have the brown, teal, purple, gold, and black. This year, they refreshed this again and introduced these colors. We have the blue, with the dark blue. We have the Gentiana blue, like the crafting crystal. That's what I'm calling this one. We have the super sweet color, and we have the like raspberry. And remember that every single one of these sets also came with a squirrel at the end of them, although I'm not technically counting the squirrels as part of these. If you need to find what all the pet squirrels look like, you could go onto the wiki or anywhere else really. Go in the shop explorer. There's only 12 colors and the full black one when the glitch was still working. After squirrels were gone for the month, we had gifts from the December pack run, and these all are spike types. There are 5 spike types you could earn, and each has 5 colors, so I'll be going through each of them one by one. First, we have holly spikes here. The holly spikes are spikes with holly on them. What else can I say about that? You could find them. They look like short collars from AJ Classic, and it's pretty cool. Next, we have lit spike collars, which look like short collars on AJ Classic, but have Christmas lights around them. Okay. They're very festive. You can wear them for Jamal holidays. Next, we got the epic spikes, and the epic spikes are kind of weird, especially the more recent ones that came out this year. First one from this year is just a recolored black spike from Arctic Wolf Treasure Hunts. So I guess if you want a semi-cheaper black spike, you could get it as an epic spike, because these do have the same exact model as the normal spike collars from the Arctic Wolf Treasure Hunt. After epic spikes, we have legendary spikes, which are they're spikes with bigger spokes, and pretty cool. What else can I say about that? And afterwards, we have ultra rare spikes, which have become one of my favorites recently. I'm looking for a custom colored one in my color scheme. One thing that is weird about this spike set is that they introduced the final color of the original set as the first color of the recent set. They look exactly the same. The only other time they did this was with the treasure set, which I'll talk about in a little bit. We also have to talk about the poinsettia set, which is the mid-refresh December set, and they're pretty cool. I like the helmet a lot. It looks like antlers, but it's not. After December, we have penguins and the snowmen. And with the snowmen, we have different penguin sets. The Emperor Penguin, which is now an animal in Animal Jam, believe it or not, and the normal penguin set, which came out after that. The Emperor Penguin set has a full black color as the original final color, which is pretty cool. I love the amulet that comes with it. It matches a lot of looks because of how monotone it is. There's also another set of penguin set that exists, and that is this color, which I don't think is released. I haven't seen a single one of these other than on wish lists. I haven't seen them on the Shop Explorer at all. Haven't seen one on trade. So I don't think this color is released, but it is searchable within the in-game search feature. February comes around, that means it's time for Valentines. So the first set is the Friendship Candy set, which comes in 5 pretty cool colors. I like the last color and the second color. The second gauntlets kind of remind me of the German flag, and the German flag reminds me of the German top hat, so I use those often together. One thing that's weird about the whole refresh for the friendship stuff is that they added other den items into it. This is the order for the BFF plaque and friendship lamp inside this den, and on the screen now are the order for the friendship bracelet, friendship necklace, and friendship unicorn headband. These items they're different than the friendship set and do not actually work as a set, but I do like the BFF plaque at least a decent amount. Next is Lucky Season, and we got the treasure set. The treasure set originally came in 5 colors, and by this time pack runs were 11 months old and haven't really had much changes besides the sets changing, so many people were starting to fade away from them and not really be that interested, including myself. There weren't as many winners of this treasure set as other sets closer to the original thing, like the Beetles set, for example. One thing that's weird is the final color for the treasure set has a default looking back piece. The chest, I'm not exactly sure why the original and the 5th color look exactly the same, but yeah, they do. So if you're ever trying to find one, that's where you can find it, and if you need to add it to your wish list, I have it on my wish list as of recording this video. If I get it, I will not be on my wish list anymore. So, are you going to go and try to get all the pack run items like me? I think I might be crazy, but that's alright. I like collecting stuff. If you like collecting stuff as well, maybe you should subscribe and maybe even share this video, because I put a whole lot of work into these graphics and research into this video. So if you found this helpful, be sure to share it with someone else. Maybe they will find it helpful as well. And I just want to thank everyone here for a great 2023, and I hope we have even better 2024. And with that, this is Brad Stormer, Stormy out.